Hey guys!
Hi, hi, hi!
Welcome.
I'm Dee.
I am Lish.
And this is
Allow It.
Happy to be back.
Wow.
Yeah, happy to be back.
Did
you
a
guys
little
miss
hiatus.
just a tiny one? Did you guys miss us? I hope so. I hope your weeks were trash.
I know, right?
Without us on a Tuesday.
That 1 week where it was like, did y'all catch up? That is the question.
Exactly. I'm hoping they caught up.
Yeah.
But of course, happy birthday, Lish!
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday. It's not today, it was this past week. How was your birthday?
It was uneventful. But you know, it's not every year you turn up for your B-Day. So yeah, it was okay. It was a chill one. It was quiet, and let's see what this year around the sun brings.
This year, I guess the next 6 months really, because the year is literally almost over.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's another birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I enjoyed your birthday.
Thanks.
It was peaceful.
Thanks.
It was the most peaceful. The cheapest.
Actually, that too.
Birthday we've ever had.
Saved a lot of money this year.
We saved a lot of money this year. Normally it's a 3-day, 4-day extravaganza.
And 2, because it was on a Friday, it would have ended up being a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oof.
Monday would have been, I would have had to work from home.
Yeah, because Sunday would have been like,
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, how does it feel though to be a year older? You know, age is a thing for you, so this is why I'm asking.
It's freaking me out. Actually,
is it really still?
Yeah, getting older freaks me out. But here we are. I mean, somebody the other day said I look like I'm in my 20s still. So I was
of course you do.
I'll receive that. Thanks.
Thank you, amen.
Because I was just like, oof. I feel like, do I look like how I feel? But yeah, no. I mean, yeah, it's okay.
It freaks you out in what aspect?
The thought process of just aging. Like, you're young. So a friend told me, embrace being older because you're older for much longer than you're younger.
That's
which is
very
true. Which if you
1 + 1.
Yeah, if you deep it, I'm like, oh shit, you're
you dipping.
Yeah, I was like, you're actually right. So he's like, don't focus on that so much because you are older much more than you are actually younger. But I don't know, like when I start feeling back pains, knee pains, I'm like, shit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. When the bones start cracking, I'm like, okay.
They start making sounds they've never made sounds before.
No, I'm like,
that's what's bothering you a bit.
Yeah, that is what's bothering me a bit.
So the what is it called? It's basically the depreciation of the body.
Basically, yeah. So I just need to run that back because apparently you can be young in the body,
of course,
for much longer than you are young in age. So yeah,
I guess so. There's this guy, that spent I don't know how much money. He's a millionaire, and he uses some of the bone marrow from his son to stay young.
Bone marrow from his son.
It's wild. This guy does everything in his power. So I think he's 60 something. But they said scientifically he's 30 or something like that. Because he does everything in his power to stay young.
There's a book I'm reading called Young Forever
by who?
Dr. Mark Hyman, and I think he's in his 60s as well, but physically he's 20 years younger than his actual age. But that's based on his diet, him being active, and he talks about that. Basically, the biggest killer is loneliness and not being around people and
speaking to people,
exactly,
doing things with people.
Exactly. So he was saying, that's community is very important.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
My issue with sort of selling, because it is selling it, it's like the selling saying, or being younger is better, or you feel better rather. Of course you do feel better. My issue is that it's not really accessible really for the day-to-day person to be living that type of lifestyle. We're just discussing how now we walk into stores and we're like, okay, so I need to buy, this needs to be organic, this needs to be healthy for me, it needs to be ethically sourced. It needs to be possibly black owned.
Does this have
all of these
pesticides
things?
in
Exactly.
it? You know, this has an ingredient that could cause cancer. It's like
XYZ. Being woke is expensive. It's very, very expensive. The more knowledge you have, the more expensive it is to live your life. So it's a shame it's not accessible to just the regular person with an average salary, white picket fence, 2 kids, one dog, you know, all of that. You know, the alkaline water, the...
True. And then I wonder if it's the environment, because I know a lot of people that are older, in 70s, 80s, that I wouldn't necessarily say lived healthy lives, but they're here, they're thriving, they're moving,
they're kicking and
pushing. They definitely ain't looking at what ingredients is on the things that they're buying from the grocery store.
Someone who's super close to me, his grandmother, she doesn't even know her age. She most probably is over 100 already. Wow. But she's not the richest person in the world, but because of circumstances and environment, she's obviously born and raised in Africa, not the whole of Africa, but specifically in a country. That's one country that she's born and raised in. She's got access to organic fruits, organic food, this also community help, things that we don't have access to. We over here tired. How's your running?
Oh my gosh, my running is going good, even though my knees are kneeing. In my knees.
I don't know why I'm laughing so hard.
Why?
Girl, get knee support.
Oh my gosh, my knee support. My knee support ain't. And it's crazy because shout out to my doctors that are sick and tired of me, because they keep on telling me like, girl, there is nothing wrong with you. But I'm like, I feel it in my knees.
You feel it in your bones.
I feel it in my bones. They're like, nothing's wrong with you.
How about, you know, the sticky stuff apparently that keeps our kneecap moving. What is it called?
I know, the little, you could buy them from like Boots, those bands that you put on.
No, not the band. Like physically inside our knee bone.
Oh, the hamstring.
In order for it to do that and not cause friction.
Oh, I don't know.
It's got the sticky stuff inside it, and you can have that. It's like a form. Let me not lie over here. It's like a collagen. I think.
I was about to say, is it collagen?
No, I was thinking it's collagen, but maybe I don't want to be wrong. Anyway, someone put it in the comments. Yeah. But it's that stuff that helps our bones to move properly. Okay. And I think you can actually buy that as a supplement.
Well, I'll look into it, because apparently me and my phantom knee pain.
Of course.
Yeah.
But who am I? I'm not Dr. Sebi or anything. I'm just out here hoping that maybe I can help you with your knee. Do you reckon one day, instead of breast implants and BBLs, you can get new knees just for the sake of it?
Well, you know, people stretch their legs to be taller.
Oh yes. Oh my god, it looks so painful.
I know.
Did you see that guy? He literally was broken and then put back together.
Just to be taller.
Ooh, it's so painful. No, shout out to my short kings.
Yeah, shout out to the short kings. Look at Kevin Hart.
Yeah, exactly. But he's got money though.
You must have money if you went to go get your legs stretched. I don't think that's cheap.
Say somebody else that ain't that rich.
I do not think that is cheap. So I'm assuming you have some kind of disposable income, because wow.
That is so true.
Like, okay.
Shout out to my short kins. You're
who is what is it? Jacques? That's his name, right? Jacques?
Let me not. I'm trying to get closer to God, not further away.
Well, you know, they're out here.
Jacques, yeah. It is Jacques, right?
I think it's Jacques.
Yeah, Jacques.
He's with I forgot whose daughter he's with. But he's with somebody's daughter. He's with someone's daughter? Yeah.
But all of them are a little bit shorter now, to be honest, if you think about it. All of those littles. Uzi.
Yeah, little Uzi. Yeah,
Uzi's a short king.
He's a short king.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got a whole JT, so it means something to somebody. So, yeah, exactly. So do your thing, short king.
I think the women are out here
be secure in your shortness.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Don't go and break your legs.
Exactly. Don't do that.
To make them longer.
No.
And I don't even think they could add I feel like the inches are not really that significant.
No, I think they can only add, to be honest, a very small amount.
Yeah.
I think it was like 3 inches or something along those lines. So
I'm like,
it wasn't even really a lot. To be honest, it might have been even just 2 inches. But I guess it just made a difference in his life. You never know. It could have made a difference. I was on, you know, Emily B, that one that used to be with Fab.
Oh, yes.
Right, her daughter, Taina.
Yeah.
I was on her page. And she recently got a boob lift.
Okay,
right,
yeah,
after
because
having
she just
the
had
kids,
2
because
kids,
she had just two. She's just had 2 babies, and she had a lift, and she's got the breast lift. Is it breast lift, right? Yeah, breast lift scars.
Oh yeah, that's a lift. Yeah.
Across.
Oh, so she went and got.
She went and got that, but the babies are still quite small, and I'm thinking to myself, but are you sure you're not gonna have any more? And then going, but I guess it's as long as
she got a boy and a girl, right?
Yeah, she got a boy and girl. She most probably done.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Most likely.
The titties are sitting though; they look great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're sitting.
Wow.
They did the scar on that. I
invested in a good bra.
He's kind of doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, like, you know.
They are sitting. They're there. The girls.
No scars. No surgery needed.
No, nothing.
What is it? What is it called? Non-invasive surgery?
Non-invasive surgery. Oh my goodness. That's what I need to get a reduction.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think that one day though you just be able to get non-invasive instead of like, because of course you get minimizer bras, which they kind of work. But what they do is that they like really flatten you.
Oh.
So you end up looking really broad at the top.
Like
you got
like
the
a
biggest,
stud.
Yeah.
Why is it so funny? I'm like, shout out to my studs.
Because I had a stud in mind.
Oh. I'm like, they do that.
They do. They actually, studs do that, right? They wrap their boobs. I always forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that.
I was thinking about Raven cursing everybody out because they're in her wife's comments.
Her wife, who knew that when we were watching Raven, one day she would be the biggest, the king of studs.
The king of studs. Wow. Shout out to Raven.
She just walks like she's got her strap on in her backpack.
To stop attacking my wife. Like, you guys are sick. Get out of her comments.
She walks like she's got her strap on in that Gucci bag that she always walking in.
At least she's protecting,
wifey. Yeah, she's got to protect. She's always been very protective of her race because, of course, it's an interracial couple, and she's always saying, "Oh, don't come for her because of her skin color. I love her for who she is." So today we're shouting out a lot of people.
Social media cracks me up.
The short kings, the interracial relationships, the swirls. Couples. Exactly.
Oh
so
my gosh.
yeah, Raven was cracking me up. Man, social media has been on fire. Girls,
and I tried to take a break and I couldn't because every time I went on there I was like, what is going on?
The girls are fighting.
What's happening?
The girls are fighting.
Let's
recap.
Kendrick.
Yeah, let's do a recap. Actually, first, let's do what are we wearing? Because we forgot to do that.
Okay.
What are you wearing and why? This gets me excited.
What am I wearing today? I'm wearing this dress from Monkey. Shout out to Monkey. I used to work for them back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
We
were such Monkey girls.
I was a visual merchandiser. So yeah, shout out to Monkey. I'm wearing this from Monkey. The weather pretended to be nice this morning. So I was feeling like, ooh, bright. Let me put on a nice dress. And then it reverted back to the same old London overcast gray.
The weather in the UK is a toxic king. That's all I gotta say. It has to be a Scorpio.
Yeah. Or Gemini. I don't know. Actually, or Pisces.
Pisces.
Because
don't
Pisces.
say that. My mom was a Pisces.
No, Pisces men.
Oh no, I've no experience with Pisces.
No,
men.
Pisces men. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but they're
and it's crazy because it's across the board. I've never heard a woman tell me that she's around for a Pisces man. I feel like every woman I've met has had the same experience with Pisces
men. Yeah. I don't think I've ever encountered a Pisces man.
Yeah, no, don't
encounter one.
What are you wearing?
I like your glasses, by the way.
Thank you.
And the look is giving very 70s. Like
that's how it's going. Yeah,
exactly. And we ended up both looking very
Being
70s.
colorful. Yeah, wow.
I've got these huge like balloon jeans.
I love them.
I'm obsessed with them.
They're
I got
really, really
these
nice.
on ASOS, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are. They're super, super nice. I love them. They're like that balloon flare at the bottom. I'm kind of over skinny jeans, but not over skinny jeans. It depends on the look like I'm going for. But at the moment, I'm not really reaching for my skinny jeans. I've got this like, I don't know, printed all over the place type of long top. I got this from Diesel.
Very
Diesel
cute.
denim.
It does give me Diesel vibes.
It gives Diesel vibes. Yeah, I got this from Diesel. I used to go into Diesel and be like, oh my God, I wish I could buy something in Diesel one day. That used to be me. And then also I got to a point where I was like, okay, maybe I could buy something in there. And I was like, I wish I could fit something in Diesel.
Yeah.
Because their sizing is always all over the place. So yeah, I got this Diesel's top, and then I got my handy dandy head scarf.
Cute.
Because
My nails match your headscarf.
yes, thank you. I love this head scarf. I'd completely forgotten about it, and the last time I wore it, guess where?
Where?
Black Pride.
Black Pride.
Wow. Hackney Black Pride.
Wow.
A time was
That
had.
was a time.
A time was had
Wow.
that day.
Wow.
And there was a few studs there.
There was a few stuff there. There was a few queens. There was
Exactly.
a few. Wow.
A time
It was a
had
time.
A time was had that day.
I had so much fun that time. And that was before COVID, right? I think that was like right before. It was during the summer before COVID.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Our pictures, we look like the happiest.
Yes. Oh yeah. The weather was great. The
Yes.
sun was sunning.
Of course.
It was amazing.
Our kids were grown. We had
Yeah.
no babies. We were
No,
not rushing
yeah.
home. Nothing. It was a beautiful day.
It was a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And we
It was
saw
a good
there were
time.
so many peoples there.
Yeah.
We saw our peoples.
That was fun.
What are we going to touch on? Who are you going to touch on first with the girls that are fighting?
Who? Oh my gosh. I cannot keep up. Well, I mean, JT and Young Miami.
Okay.
But they kissed and made up,
They
right?
kissed and
They're
made
good
up.
now.
I think they're good, but in terms of music, I think they're good to say we're good, but we're not.
So
doing anything
So is there no more City
together.
Girls? You think?
I don't think there's not contractually they can't, right? So
yeah.
they still have to continue
Yeah.
to make music together, but I think it's genuinely contractually.
Okay.
Yeah, and the way JT said, "Oh, we're good."
Yeah.
For me, it was like we're good because we're in a good place. I'm happy she's doing her thing. I'm happy for me. I'm doing my thing, but not we're happy because we're besties. It didn't give me that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
I think it's over.
I was just very disappointed. I was like, wow, not the City
I
Girls.
didn't think it would happen.
Yeah.
But the girls are out here falling out left, right, and center.
They're falling out. They're falling out. And I saw her cussing out Suki Hana this morning.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was hilarious.
But one thing
needs
JT
to
is gonna
stop.
do is read someone for filth.
And
so,
she doesn't go no, she goes to hell.
Oh, she goes straight to hell. Straight to hell.
Mm-hmm.
And she don't come back.
But then JT, who dropped? Miami or JT? They both dropped, right? But JT
I think JT dropped first, then Miami dropped after.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But the reason why I thought it all happened was coinciding with, I guess, Miami dropping. But JT most probably didn't know that. Yeah, and I'm so happy for JT. Like, her music is doing so well in America.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure how it's doing here. It's not my type of music in general.
Yeah.
It's like, I would listen to that, let's say, if I'm, like, at a spot. But I'm not in my house going, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
it's not my type of music.
I'm not listening to
Yeah.
neither, but shout out to them.
Yeah, good for her. It seems like her music thing is doing super, super well. And I always love kind of like an underdog. People who people think are not going to make it because people are always saying, oh, JT this.
But I mean, people always said that JT carried City Girls. I mean, she was the only one that was really...
Well, yeah, she was. Because Miami was in jail, right?
No, JT was in jail.
JT was in jail. And
so
then
Miami waited for JT. This is why it's sad. Like, why the girls fighting?
It's sad in general, all the girls that have fallen out this year. It's like this year happened and the girls just dropped like flies.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Who else is fighting?
Kendrick and Drake, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah. Kendrick went to hell too.
He went to hell. They said Drake's got an imaginary maybe not so imaginary daughter who could be 11, might not be 11.
Wow. That's yeah.
Yeah, he was saying, "Oh, you're talking to the dad, talking about how the gambling addiction and this, that, and the other." It was just he went straight to hell. And it's because Aubrey started. Aubrey's such a girl. He started talking about family ties. Kendrick said, "Bet if I'm gonna discuss that." I'm gonna say though, 616, the first one.
Yeah.
Was not as good as the second.
The second one, yeah.
I feel like the flow is better.
Yeah.
I could hear him more clearly. There was less sort of like anger. It was more like an actual just song instead of a diss track.
Yeah.
And then Aubrey, of course, he has to wait for his ghostwriters, and then he has to sign off.
Not the ghostwriters signing off, because I think Kendrick dropped 3 tracks. I'm assuming.
I didn't listen to the first one. Because I thought the tussle was just gonna be over. But Kendrick was tussling with J. Cole first, right?
You know what? To be honest, I don't even know how this. Apparently, he said, like, "Fuck the big 3. I am the 3."
Oh,
the big 3. I guess you guys could quote me in the comments if I'm wrong, because I don't know.
Who's the big 3?
The big 3 was supposed to be
Opinion.
Drake. No, I guess it was supposed to be Drake, Future, and J. Cole.
Okay, yeah, fuck the big 3.
Yeah, well, apparently, I'm not sure. He said, "I am the big 3." Then
he is the big 3.
Then J. Cole responded.
Okay.
And then apologized, which I'm still kind of, I don't know. I'm confused about that.
Because J. Cole was doing his Dion, he's in his Dion bag, okay? And what I mean by that is that Dion just wants peace, okay?
Yeah.
Don't want to be fighting with the girls.
So why would you respond,
I just want peace. I'm responding now. I was responding because I'd forgotten that Dion...
you forgot that you wanted peace.
That Dion, right, is moving on from wars, okay? And sometimes you slip. And then you're just like I said earlier, I'm trying to get closer to God, not further away. You turn around and you think to yourself, he turned around and thought to himself, my bad, you know what? I just want brotherhood. I want peace. I don't want to be tussling. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And good for him. And then, of course, people were like, no, you got to stand on business.
You got to stand on business.
Because 2024 is all about standing on business.
Yeah. But, I mean...
So he dropped that situation. And then, of course, it became... But then I'm not so sure how it ended up being Kendrick and Drake. Who started?
Drake.
Drake started.
Drake, yeah.
He's bought.
Drake started.
He's currently
But
bored.
people were waiting for Drake to respond because of the big 3 comment.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't.
Yeah, but it took a while then.
He did take a while.
Yeah, that's why I said his ghostwriters had to sign off.
He took a while because I feel like, did he not respond to Rick Ross first? Yeah.
Rick.
He used the Tupac Rick. AI and Snoop Dogg too, right?
I was about to say car accident. He was in an airplane accident. He said it's OVO's fighter jets tried to take him down while he was just in there trying to eat his wings.
Yeah. What do you think about Aubrey saying that Kendrick raps like a slave, like a runaway slave or something?
He said he raps like he's going to end slavery.
He's going to end slavery.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Aubrey would say that because, of course, he raps music that you play in fitting rooms and stuff. And he's for all the people, not just some of the people. Kendrick is just for our people.
Was that supposed to be a diss?
Yeah,
like you rap like you're gonna end
there's
slavery?
a lot of people that were actually agreeing with him, saying actually Kendrick needs to let it go. But how are you gonna that's just the artist that he is. How's he gonna let it go?
They want the sexy red, that go best friend, go best friend. Go best friend. That's what they want.
No. I think Kendrick is just that kind of artist, and he's always going to be that kind of artist. He's a niche artist. It's not everyone. He's not for all the people. He's just for some of the people.
I love Kendrick. That's okay. I love Kendrick since mixtape days.
I've been love Kendrick.
I also do like Drake because I liked him since Degrassi days.
I love listening to Drake in the summer.
I like Drake, yeah.
Bopping in the summer, I like Drake. I listen to his, like, and I love his features. I love Rick Ross. Oh my God, Rick Ross, the big boss.
Yeah.
I love them all. I love J. Cole and his artistry. Everyone just needs to get along.
Yeah, I'm here for the, you know,
a little tussle.
I'm here for the little
it's like
tussle.
Old school,
yeah, exactly.
Rap days,
I mean, it's not as good as it was
beef.
back in the day, but yeah. I'm here for
it's
it.
like back in the day, rap beef. So yeah, those people.
I think we live in a very sensitive time now, so
very
it will
sensitive.
never be as good as it used to be.
Yeah, everyone's
you know,
very sensitive about everything being
exactly.
in life at the moment. So, oh gosh, but you know, in a way, I was listening to someone the other day that was saying that lately, after like COVID times and, you know, pandemic times, people then started valuing friendship so much that they started to idolize it in a way, and then stopped looking or seeing through the rose tinted glasses, because that also happens in friendships and not just in romantic relationships.
Yeah, of course.
That people don't see their friends overstepping boundaries and going above and beyond to not make them feel comfortable, or going above and beyond to be the main character and like making their friends feel less than.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to listen, because that person, of course, had recently gone through, we talk about this all the time, Simone and Megan. They were friends.
Oh,
for like 17 years or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And then she said she got to a place basically where she felt like she was idolizing her friendship. Like she felt that she had to make sure that her friends came first in every aspect. But my friend wants me to do this, so I'm gonna do this. So my friend, I'm gonna do this because my friend really wants me to do this. I'm gonna go above it. I want to do this for my friend because they do this for me, not necessarily because you want to do it.
Which is, it's funny because I mean she's a parent, right? And she was a wife at the time.
Yeah, she's a parent and a wife. But I think there was some issues within the marriage.
Okay.
So of course her friendship was an outlet. That being an outlet, she then, instead of turning to technically as a Christian turning to God, she was turning to her friendship for resolution and all of that stuff. And of course it ended up being toxic. Why? Because the friend also started to get overwhelmed with the dumping.
Of course.
Yeah. After a while people just,
you can only take so much.
Exactly. So after a while people are over it. So yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. I went back to work this past week.
How has it been?
Oh my goodness, it's so strange.
A year.
Yeah.
You're back being a corporate babe.
I'm back being a corporate babe.
How's it going?
It's the oddest thing. I had to sit in the car park for about 5 minutes just to like kind of breathe, because I knew I had been in my home and then guarding my surroundings and my energies for the past year.
Yeah.
And then I go into a place where there's so many energies, so many people, and everyone wants to catch up. Everyone wants to see pictures of the twins. Everyone wants to be like, oh my God, how are you? Everyone is telling me, we didn't think you were going to come back. But you're back. Yeah. We didn't realize it's been a year, but we also didn't realize it's been a year. Oh my God, it's been a year. So I was overwhelmed. I knew I was going to be overwhelmed. So the first day, I think the whole week actually, I was exhausted because, not physically, but like mentally exhausted because of just the sheer amount of conversation.
Of course,
and catching up and all of that stuff. But it genuinely feels amazing being in my element at work and typing away. Exactly. Got my headphones in, my lunching, all of that stuff, and getting dressed up for work. Being a corporate babe is also, I love that for me.
Yeah, I feel like when I went back, that was the thing that I missed the most, was actually dressing up.
Yeah, exactly. And getting out for the day to dress up. Yeah. Not thinking about stains or bending down or any of that stuff.
That's why I didn't walk, I ran. I was like, I need to get back.
Yeah, it's so important as well, just the healthy distance that now me and the twins have. It's so important. You can see how it's good for them and how it's good for me as well. So their time now at the childminder is like they have, 2 days at the childminder while I'm at the office, and then they see me and they like light up when I come
they're
home.
like, there she is.
And then Dimi's like, yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's the cutest thing. So far so good.
Exciting. That's good. That's good.
Very, very, very exciting.
Good
very
stuff.
Exciting stuff. So.
I actually this week I went to an exhibition.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, that was exciting.
That was actually very, very nice.
On a school night without me.
On a school night, yes. On a school night.
Specifically without me.
So basically, one of my tasks now is to get back to doing the things that I like to do. So instead of going to work and going home, or going to work and getting drunk after work, I decided that, okay, after work sometimes, if there's an exhibition or like a jazz artist
situation,
or whatever,
yeah.
I'm going to do that maybe, once, twice a month for myself, since this is something that I used to do before I had Liam. So so this time I went to see Wes Anderson's
nice
exhibition, because I really love his movies.
Very, very nice.
And it was really cool. So definitely want to get back into
the zone.
Yeah, doing those little things.
Bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Being out in the streets.
And people are like, girl, it's 2 kids where?
Exactly.
No, I'm happy for you.
Talk to me nicely.
Exactly. What made you think that you need to maybe start stepping into your old self, shall we say?
Yeah, I had
in a new version.
Yeah. I had a conversation with one of my colleagues at work, and it's weird because he asked me, "What does Lish like to do? Like, what do you do?" He's like, "You talk to me about your podcast, and I see you at work, and I know you're a mom, but what do you do?
What do you do
besides that?" And I was just like I was like, ooh, okay, actually, what do I do?
There you go. Yeah.
So then, I remembered, we used to go to exhibitions all the time, try new restaurants, new coffee shops, anything, like just little things, check out new, like, showrooms, things like that. So I was just like, why am I not doing those things anymore? Ending up at Ronnie Scott's on a random night just because. So I was just like, okay, I need to get back to that.
It's important to get back in the zone, to be honest. I think you become, like I was just saying, the distance between the twins and I is a healthy distance, and this also should be the same. In your case, the distance between your family will be better off with you being a much happier person.
Exactly.
Because you're doing the things that you love.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's super, super important.
So,
I'm happy for you. That's really, really dope. What have you been watching?
Oh my gosh. What have I been watching? On my birthday, we watched some...
You look handsome there, reindeer.
Wow, you actually do a really good accent.
Awful.
No, I thought that was good. Maybe because I can't.
Baby reindeer.
I think that was good. Yeah, okay. How can I forget? Dion gave me something to watch that traumatized the hell
out of you.
Which I shouldn't be watching triggering things like that. Baby reindeer.
I don't think anybody should be watching triggering things. I've actually not recommended it to specific people.
Oh my gosh. Don't.
Yeah, there's specific people that I just don't think will be able to handle it.
Don't.
I took maybe at least a good 2-3 nights of not sleeping properly after watching Baby Reindeer.
Wow.
It was the most, I think it hit me hard even more, obviously, knowing that the victim was the person playing out his trauma on a day-to-day basis, and filming is over a course of like months, sometimes years. So the fact that he had to reenact it in his own body was just awful. It is so, so, so important, though, that these conversations are had.
Yeah.
Because abuse to men, by men, are very, very prominent. And because it is a taboo, or it's not something that's normally spoken about, because a man is supposed to be a man.
Yeah, people don't talk about it.
Exactly. As a man, this should not be happening to you. And why didn't you fight back? And why did you become so vulnerable that someone really literally took over your life? Men can be vulnerable too. Men go through trauma too. And yeah, that conversation needs to be had on a daily basis, because the help that they need needs to happen, and it needs to be quick. As you know, the statistics, the most amount of people in this country that, you know, that unalive themselves are men,
exactly.
Are men under 30, and sometimes, of course, above. So yes, although traumatic, I think it was important to be put on a platform such as Netflix. And I'm so happy that he's getting the flowers that he deserves. And those people that put them in that situation are obviously, you know, they need to be highlighted as well, so that they don't continue to traumatize other people's lives. What's the lady's name? Remind me.
Martha.
Okay, Martha been through it her whole entire life too.
Yeah.
And he been through it. But the fact that he actually in a way loved the attention from Martha, is something that I can't understand. A lot of women were saying, from a perspective of a woman, you would be disgusted, right, if you had a stalker or someone treating you that way and consistently just pursuing you when you don't want to be pursued. You'd be disgusted by that fact, and not necessarily, in a way, sometimes, like genuinely, he was sometimes intrigued by what Martha was going to do next.
Do you think that's like from a male perspective?
Most definitely, yeah.
I think because at the end of the day, she's still a female.
Of course, exactly. But he was never... What's strange is that at the beginning, he was like, I'm never going to be attracted to Martha. And then we fast forward to a few episodes down the line, and he's masturbating to Martha.
It took me down a whole, it spiraled me. It spiraled me. And, the story does need to be told. I don't know, kudos to him, because I don't know how he was able to play out his trauma like that. But I think, Michaela, is her name Michaela?
Who's that?
Is it Michaela, the one, I Will Destroy You?
Yes.
I think hers was something similar, because it's something that happened to her as well too. She played out.
Exactly.
Yeah, she played out those traumas. I don't know how they can do that, but yes, as you said, those stories do need to be told.
Yeah, they need to be told. People need to hear it, that there's, you know, predators do not have a place really in this world. Yeah, and it's a shame that people who are vulnerable are put in those situations that they can't really get out of. And in a way, if you think about it, sometimes there's so many things that I want to tap into, but if you think about it, he was really just being selfish too, because he wanted to make it so desperately that he would, in a way, put himself on the plate. Yeah,
but that is the world that we live in. A lot of people put themselves on a plate just to have a taste of what they think, you know, success or fame could be, or just true. if you want something so bad and it's so close, you're kind of just, why not?
I wonder. Well, yeah. Anyway, watch it with caution. That's
watch it, Watch it with caution.
It's called Baby Reindeer, and it's on Netflix. But yeah, it's a very interesting, intriguing story that takes you through the ups and downs of basically this guy who had a stalker. Yeah, it's very interesting.
I could appreciate his relationship with his ex-girlfriend though, and the mom.
Oh yes, most definitely. Yeah, that could never be me, but I appreciate it.
I was like that couldn't be me either, but you know, kudos to
them for sure. Kudos, especially the mama, but the mom needed something from him
she
too.
Also had her own trauma that she was dealing with.
Everyone was bonding for one reason or another. Wow. So because she had lost her son, she found her son within him, and then she started trying to treat him like the son that she had lost. And then in a way, also the ex-girlfriend, she had Captain Save-A-Ho hat on.
Yeah.
You know, even towards the end, she's still trying to save him.
She's still trying to save him. Yeah. Then she said, like, I'll pay the rest of the lease.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, what?
Girl, you paying for that lease?
I said, what?
He said, you paying for what? You pay for the rest of the lease? Everyone in there, even when he moved in with those two guys that were high constantly on what are they called? What were they taking?
I don't know if they were
how do you pronounce it?
Like acid and all of that,
and mushrooms and all of that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they were bonding with each other. Psychedelics. They were taking psychedelics. Yeah.
Imagine coming home and there's people getting high on your bed.
Oh my God. That and he was just in that room depressed. And during the day, they were just passed out.
Traumatic.
Yeah.
Traumatic.
They were just passed out. It was crazy.
In his house. Where you live. I couldn't imagine coming home to people, just random people in my place. On top of that, they're all doing drugs.
They were just all doing drugs. Yeah, they're all doing drugs. But what's the difference? You would go home. Okay, what's the difference? Because this is the problem with our community. Some people are okay then to get home, right? See their flatmates in their home with their friends smoking weed. What's the difference? No,
I don't want to see
there's no period. Drugs in
and
the
then
home.
My thing is that not even that. You're in my room where I sleep. You're in my bedroom. That's what really makes it like.
And he just got on with his life nothing ever happened.
Where do they do that?
That's how you know he was troubled. That's how you really know that he was troubled.
Oh, and then his father also experienced speaking
abuse
of that
in the Catholic Church.
That leads me to
what's happening.
The documentary we watched on microbiomes. Microbiome,
the gut
whatever.
Documentary.
Yes.
Gut health documentary on Netflix.
Yes.
Take it away, young lady.
So now that I circle back and I figure out that his dad was also, traumatized in that sense, and we've now found out that we are basically born with our parents. We're born with their traumas.
Yeah.
And look at what happened to him.
But I've always believed that, though. That's why they call it generational traumas, because they just keep on getting passed down. That's why you have to break the cycle.
Oof. And it's so hard, though. Yeah, how do you break the cycle?
Yeah, I don't know. You just have to do better. You literally consciously just have to do better. That guy who was, I even forgotten his name now. Is it William? The guy that was on the receipts. Shout out to the receipts, by the way. Oh, that
Shout
episode
out to the receipts. Yeah, that was a really good episode from Wakanda.
Yeah, the guy from Wakanda, the actor William, exactly. Yeah. He was saying about how we have to consciously basically do better because everything is kind of passed down, and not only is it passed down, we unconsciously or consciously meet people in our lives that have gone through the same thing and are in a version of us. Yeah. So we have to also make conscious decisions not to find those people and go the opposite direction. For instance, random example, if you are a shopaholic, you're going to find another shopaholic. If you're an alcoholic, let's talk about holics in general. You're gonna find another alcoholic.
I mean, of course, because you want to drink together. Exactly. It's only right. You're not gonna gravitate to somebody that doesn't drink.
But why are we not finding people that are wholesome, that work out 7 days a week, that why don't I have that generational trauma, that kind of generational trauma? Why wasn't that passed down to me?
That is very true.
Avid people who exercise 7 days a week, people who are holistic, in touch with the ground.
Putting their feet in the dirt.
Their feet in the dirt.
Yes.
So they can feel
oh my gosh. Earth. So they could be one with
and
the earth.
grounded.
That is true.
I could be raising chickens in the Cotswolds. That's what I could be doing.
Here we are.
But here am I.
Breathing in
of course.
Pollution.
And spending all my money on Gucci.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
But that documentary was fantastic.
It was good, yeah.
I actually forgot the actual real title. Do you have it? Let me look it up.
Microbiome, all about your gut health or something like that.
Is it all about your gut health?
I don't know. But yes, that's another thing on Netflix that should be watched.
Yeah, it's very, very, very good. It just explains about how your stomach works, and it sounds a bit crappy, but
and
honestly,
how you
it was
could
super
inherit other people's traumas.
Oh my goodness. Oh, did you see when the lady ate the poop? They encapsulate poop and they eat it to make their gut better.
Yeah. And along with that comes a whole lot of another
poop.
Yeah. Another flood of issues.
Exactly. But that was a good one. It didn't traumatize me. It just gave me a lot of info and whatever. Exactly. It's that I can use.
I thought it was fascinating.
Very informative.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Very informative.
Exactly. On that note, we are done for the week.
We are done.
We promise. Well, pinky promise.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes
life,
we need breaks.
Exactly.
Okay? April was anti-stress month, so we needed to end the month with no stress.
Exactly.
Okay?
And you better run the numbers up on this video if you really missed us.
Run them up.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also know that we are on all platforms: Apple,
Spotify, YouTube,
Instagram,
Amazon. Yeah.
Yes, we're everywhere and anywhere. So please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us on another episode of
Allow It.
I'm Dee.
I'm Lish.
Bye.
Bye.